Good morning everyone and welcome to Trent Bridge for the third day of the fifth test match between New Zealand and South Africa. South Africa in their first innings are 78 for 1 in response to New Zealand's very impressive first innings total of 567. The weather forecasters are predicting some rain on day 5, so South Africa may well be looking to save this test match, which would be very important for them because the series is locked at 1-1 and the first team to win 2 test matches will be the one to qualify for the grand final against either the West Indies or Pakistan. Stephen Fleming has led his troops out into the middle. Richard Hadlee is preparing to bowl the first ball of the day to Barry Richards. An excellent start from Hadlee. Richards did well to defend that one. That's a very good delivery from Shane Bond. That came back into Barry Richards and the umpire's given it out. That's the first wicket this morning, the second wicket down for South Africa. Beautifully bowled from Shane Bond and Barry Richards is gone. LBW to Bond for 38 and South Africa are 83 for 2. Oh, that's out too. This is the perfect start for New Zealand. Hashim Amla just pushing forward, a little inside edge that bobbed to short leg and Amla is gone. Caught Southie, bowled Hadlee for 35 and South Africa are 87 for 3. Beautifully bowled, that really drew Callis into the stroke. Oh, Callis has been struck on the pad. A big shot from Richard Hadlee and New Zealand, but the umpire hasn't given it out. Oh, I want to see the replay on that. Oh, that must have just hit Callis outside the line of off stump. Well, that will certainly release some of the tension. Graham Pollock is off the mark with the boundary. Oh, what a fantastic catch from Tim Southee in the gully. Everything New Zealand are touching turns to gold this morning. Pollock is out, caught Southee, bowl Bond for 5 and South Africa are 97 for 4. Oh, nervously played down towards third man for 4 and that's the 100 for South Africa. The pressure has been relentless this morning. Another one past the bat, beautifully bowled from Hadlee. That's nicely played from de Villiers. He got on top of the bounce and that will be his first boundary. That's a nice shot just backward a point from AB de Villiers and that will be 4. And this time through the onside, that's the most confident shot of this morning session. Oh, that looks very, very close. This must be out. What does the umpire say? Yes, it's out. Vettori has the prize wicket of AB de Villiers. He jumps for joy as New Zealand celebrate. AB de Villiers is gone. LBW to Vettori for 20. And South Africa are 133 for 5. Well, that's nicely played by Callis. It beats Vettori at backward point, and that will be 4. That will be the first boundary for Mark Boucher and the 154 South Africa. Vettori is bounding in, bowling beautifully. Oh, that's out too. You can hear the double noise. That was a beautiful arm ball from Vettori, too close to cut for Boucher, and he is out. Caught wattling ball Vettori for 9, and South Africa are in trouble now at 152 for 6. Mike Proctor is only averaging 8 in this series. South Africa need him to come good in this innings. Well, that's a full toss from Vettori, easily worked away for 4 from Proctor. Last ball now before lunch. Well, that was hit powerfully through mid-on, and 4 more for Jacques Kallis. And that will be lunch on day 3. It's been a very good morning for New Zealand. They've taken 5 wickets. South Africa have scored 88 runs. Let's have a look at the scorecard. Barry Richards and Hashim Amla didn't add very many to their overnight scores. They were out early this morning for 38 and 35. Jacques Kallis is on 35 not out. He has looked quite comfortable out in the middle, but not much from anyone else. Mike Proctor is at the crease on 10, hasn't scored many runs in this series. Boy, do South Africa need him now. They are still 401 runs behind. That means they need 201 runs to avoid the follow-on. Well, that is starting to look ever more unlikely with only 4 wickets left. New Zealand were magnificent. 2 wickets for Daniel Vettori. He has 2 for 21, 2 for 36 for Shane Bond, 1 wicket for Richard Hadlee and Tim Southee, none as of yet for Chris Cairns or Kane Williamson. Oh, Jacques Kallis was not in control of that. Vettori is going to be a handful on this pitch. Oh, that's very, very close. It depends on where it pitched. What does the umpire think? Yes, the umpire's given it out. That ball must have pitched in line with leg stump. Yes, it did. It would have hit the stumps. And Mike Proctor is out. LBW to Vettori for 13. And South Africa are now 172 for 7. Meanwhile, Kallis is looking very comfortable at the other end. That will be 4 more runs for him. Dale needs to find a way to stick around with Jacques Kallis. Oh, that looks very, very close. Another big shot from Daniel Vettori and New Zealand, but the umpire doesn't give it out. Perhaps that was sliding down the leg side. Steyn has swept that one right off the stumps. I don't know if Vettori will mind him playing that shot. Oh, there's the in-swinger from Richard Hadley. That looks very, very close, and the umpire's given it out. The wickets continue to tumble for South Africa. Dale Steyn pinned on the back foot, and he is out. LBW to Hadley for 4, and South Africa are 183 for 8. First ball now for Allan Donald on strike to Richard Hadley. Oh, he swung that one across the line off the stumps, and that will be 4 runs. Oh, Hadley's certainly going for the reverse swinger Yorker. That's a big shot, but that perhaps hit Allan Donald outside the line of off stump. Oh, that's hit Allan Donald on the pad as well. A big shot from New Zealand, and the umpire's given that out too. That's 9 wickets down for South Africa. That ball would have crashed into leg stump. Allan Donald is out. LBW to Hadley for 4, and South Africa are 187 for 9. Well, Jacques Kallis will be looking for all the runs he can get. Every little bit will help. Swept out to the boundary, and that single will bring up the 50 for Jacques Kallis. While his team have been crumbling around him, Jacques Kallis has stood firm. Paul Adams now on strike for the last ball of the over. Oh, he swung that one across the line, and he's off the mark with a 4. Oh, that's superb pace and bounce from Shane Bond. Beautifully bowled again. Is that caught behind? The umpire doesn't think so. That swept fine of the boundary rider, and that will be the 200 up for South Africa. Oh, there's that classic Shane Bond in-swing. That looked very adjacent indeed, and the umpire's given it out. Beautifully bowled. That ball swinging in, just hitting Paul Adams in line with off stump, and he is out. LBW to Bond for 4, and South Africa are all out for 201. That is a fine effort from New Zealand. They really are having a fantastic test match so far, bowling South Africa out for 201. Let's have a look at the scorecard. 55 runs unbeaten from Jacques Kallis, the only real resistance from South Africa. Not much from anyone else. 38 from Barry Richards and 35 from Hashim Amla, who played well last night. But for the rest of the batting order, it's a sorry tale. 6 LBWs in that innings. 201 is not a total they will be proud of. New Zealand were fantastic. 3 wickets each for Richard Hadley, who has 3 for 54, Shane Bond, who has 3 for 37, and Daniel Vettori, who bowled beautifully for his 3 for 43. 1 wicket also for Tim Southee. Stephen Fleming hasn't forced the follow-on, and so the situation is simple for South Africa. They will need to bat their backsides off in this second innings. They will need to score runs, they will need to take time. They have to find a way to save this test match, otherwise they will be out of the championship and New Zealand will be through to the grand final. Graeme Smith and Barry Richards are out there in the middle to begin South Africa's second innings. Oh, that struck Graeme Smith on the pad, but it's a no ball. Oh, that looked very close. Let's have a look at the replay anyway. Oh, that would have been out. That's very lucky for Graeme Smith. We've seen plenty of no balls in this test match. Oh, that's out next ball. Straight to Ross Taylor at second slip. Beautifully bowled from Tim Southee. He continues to take early wickets. Joy and jubilation for the New Zealand fielders. And Graeme Smith is out. Caught Taylor bowled Southee for 2. And South Africa have lost an early wicket. They're 5 for 1. Oh, beautifully worked away from Hashim Amla through that mid-wicket region. And that will be his first boundary. There's the in-swinger, beautifully bowled, but I think that was a little bit too much on the leg side, perhaps missing the stumps. Oh, that's a lovely shot from Amla. He's really timing the ball through the leg side today. Well, that one came back in. There's a very big shot from New Zealand, and the umpire's given it out. Barry Richards not pushing far enough forward, just a little press. That ball hit him in line with off stump. It would have hit off the middle, and he is out. LBW to Hadley for 6, and South Africa are in early trouble in their second innings at 23 for 2. Oh, off the edge, past Williamson in the gully, and down towards the boundary for 4. Oh, beautifully bowled. I think there's a little nick there. Yes, there was. Hashim Amla doesn't look happy with that, but he has to go. Beautifully bowled from Tim Southee. That's 2 wickets for him, and Amla is gone. Caught Watling bowled Southee for 14, and South Africa are now 29 for 3. This is not the start that South Africa were looking for. Oh, Kallis is out too. Caught at short leg. South Africa are seeing their championship hopes slip away. Kallis is gone. Caught Southee bowled Hadley for 5, and South Africa are 29 for 4. South Africa will need a miracle now to save this test match, and a full toss will certainly help. Graham Pollock has worked that one away for 4. This will probably be the last over before tea. Well, that's a nice shot from Graham Pollock as well. He's beaten mid-on, and that will be another 4. Oh, that's another full toss, and Graham Pollock has smacked it for 6, bringing up the 50 for South Africa. Oh, Pollock is on the counter-attack in this over. That's another 4. This will be the last ball before tea now. Oh, that's gone right through PJ Watling. He took his eye off that. That's 22 runs off the over. And it's time for a cup of tea on day 3. That's been another very good session for New Zealand. They've taken 8 wickets in this session, 4 to finish off the first innings and 4 to start off the second innings. Let's have a look at the scorecard for the second innings. Well, it's not good news if you are a South African fan. 4 wickets down already in the second innings, and those 4 batsmen, Graham Smith, Barry Richards, Hashim Amla and Jack Callis, are probably the 4 batsmen you would want to help you save a test match. Graham Pollock and AB de Villiers, who are at the crease, are more attacking batsmen, what South Africa wouldn't give for a couple of double centuries from Pollock and de Villiers at this stage. To make matters worse, the pitch is getting a little bit up and down, more difficult for batting, and Daniel Vettori, the danger man, has not yet bowled. New Zealand again have been magnificent, as has been the case for this entire test match really. 2 wickets each for Richard Hadlee and Tim Southee. Perhaps they're starting to feel that they have 1 foot in the door towards the grand final. Punched away off the back foot for 4. That's a nice shot from Graham Pollock. And now a drive off the front foot. Another lovely shot. That looks like it was off the hip and down to the boundary for 4 leg byes. Oh, that's a superb cover drive. Foot to the pitch of the ball, and that raced away. Oh, that's just wide of Williamson at a leg gully and will be 4 for AB de Villiers. De Villiers was in complete control of that sweep shot. That will be 4 more. Oh, that was the arm ball. A big shout to the umpire, but that will have pitched outside the line of leg stump. That's the 100 up now for South Africa. Well, that's nicely worked away from Graham Pollock. That will be 4 more runs. Graham Pollock only has 250 so far in the series. And that'll be a boundary, so that will bring up his 3rd. A nice counter-attacking innings. Oh, got him! Chris Cairns has the breakthrough for New Zealand. He's gone straight through Graham Pollock, who is out-bowled Cairns for a very good counter-attacking but all-too-brief 53. And South Africa are 114 for 5. First ball for Mark Boucher. Oh, he's dealt with that short delivery by hammering it through mid-wicket to get off the mark. Oh, that's beautifully bowled from Daniel Vettori. That one skidded straight on and the umpire's given it out. Mark Boucher back and across. He played for the spin, but there wasn't any there, and he is now out. LBW to Vettori for 4, and South Africa now limp to 119 for 6. Still 247 runs behind for South Africa. That's been missed time by de Villiers, but it's gone down the ground safely, and that will be 4. Chris Cairns to start his 5th over. Well, that's a cracking pull shot from AB de Villiers. That's been absolutely hammered. And now a lovely piece of timing right into the gap at cover for 4 more. That's nicely driven from de Villiers. He still looks in such good touch. That will be 4 more. It's the 150 up for South Africa. Oh, a lovely length from Shane Bond. And that's a first boundary for Mike Proctor. He's done well this evening. Lovely shot into the gap, 4 more, and another 50 for AB de Villiers. Oh, that's a ripper of a delivery. This will be the last over of the day. Oh, that's a superb bouncer from Shane Bond, but no bat. And that will be the end of play on day 3. South Africa in their second innings are 166 for 6, still 200 runs behind. Let's have a look at the scorecard. A couple of 53s there from Graham Pollock, who is out, and AB de Villiers, who is not. But that is not going to be enough for South Africa. They've lost 6 wickets. They really need some kind of miracle tomorrow to try and survive. There's no rain forecast for tomorrow, perhaps on day 5. But you have to say New Zealand are looking in a very good position in this match. They've bowled brilliantly yet again. 2 wickets for Richard Hadlee, 2 for Tim Southee, 1 each for Daniel Vettori and Chris Cairns, none as of yet for Shane Bond. Well, no prizes for guessing who would be the happier of the 2 teams. That will certainly be New Zealand. They've taken 15 wickets today. They now only need 4 more wickets to win this match, win the series, and qualify for the grand final to play either the West Indies or Pakistan, which will be an amazing achievement. What can South Africa do? Well, it's not over until the fat lady sings. Apart from praying for rain, they could pray for another AB de Villiers magical innings. If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be de Villiers. He is in excellent form in this series and in this championship, but it's certainly going to be uphill for South Africa. They might feel that today their championship hopes have slowly slipped away. That's it from us. Do join us tomorrow for day 4 of this 5th test match, and bye for now.